getting skinny through the screen so he doesn't get hit by them, sliding underneath it last second right there. And even with that, you know that there are going to be times when Paul George and Kawhi Leonard will still score.
Lillard over the last 3 games shooting better than 54% from 3. And in fact, Lamar, that's the first 3 he's hit against the Clippers this season as Paul George makes it a perfect 3 for 3 for LA from outside.
First time he pulled up, got the jumper. That time he made a play for his teammate.
Here is George stepping into a 3, and the Clippers open up this game 4 for 4. Lead is back up to 8 for the Clippers. Here's Jackson looking for George coming off the screen. Slips a pass to Zubac. Nice 2-man game.
I mean, Norman did all he could do. He locked in trail.
All things considered for the Blazers, Clippers are 10 for 11. They trail by just 8. As we near the midway point of the first quarter. George, tough bucket in the paint. That's the Rose hand.
Okay, all right. Sold out.
And Paul George putting together one of his most magnificent. George trying to work a 2-man game with Patterson, gets a little on him. A step back 3, and Paul George. What a start for him. Batum shoots the gap. Patterson gets the loose rock. Here is Rondo to Batum, back to Patterson. Layup is off at the horn, but Paul George with the finish, and that sums up the first quarter. Here is George attacking. Blazers collapse. They try a long 2. Paul George still dialed in.
He's laid back in the paint, so CJ stops in front of him and gives him the floater.
CJ now up to 22 points. Here is Zubac, strong take. 10 to shoot for the Clippers. Here is George with that silky smooth handle, takes it to the rack.
He got a lot of separation right there.
Here is Beverly trying to get it to George. George trapped by the Blazers. Zubac rolling, tied up by Covington. George has to fire it up. Tough 3 is good for Paul George. McCollum galloping into it, deflected by George into the hands of Batum. Powell just off on the 3. Clippers have numbers. Batum back to George. Blazers try to challenge, and Paul George. So you're seeing firsthand why the Clippers feel like they've got championship hopes this season.
Your job in that situation is to try to force an extra pass or hold the team up enough that your teammates can get back involved.
Drains it, and a potential 4-point play coming.
That's 20 points for Reggie Jackson on the night.